Today what we're going to be talking about is eccentric training, or what I call the eccentric essentials. The two most common basketball injuries are tendinous in nature, and these are patellar tendonitis, or patellar tendon injuries, and Achilles tendonitis, or Achilles tendon injuries. Tendon injuries are mostly a result of gradual wear and tear from overuse or aging. Both are commonly presented initially as a nagging type pain, but when the condition is severe enough, it can be debilitating where you're sitting on the bench for weeks on end. So how do we prevent A, this from all happening, or B, remedy the condition when you do have it, but it has to be in the early stages of tendinopathy? Well, we do some eccentric training exercises, and this will improve the strength and the quality of the tendon. So in that way, we get performance or preventative measures from the injury, and we get performance enhancement as well by stiffening up the tendons for lower hysteresis or high energy recoil. Think of a loose rubber band versus a taut rubber band. Which do you think will fly further? There are two methods when we're talking about eccentric training. One being tempoed exercises and what we'll call ballistic exercises. So more forceful, more explosive. The eccentric tempo work are exercises that are done in full range where you control the eccentric portion of the lift, typically about 3 to 5 seconds on its way down. Hugely popular in bodybuilding programs. As we're talking about with the ballistic exercises though, they are more rapid, more explosive, and they are done in a range that doesn't overly change the length of the muscle. And rather, it targets the tendon. So just to be clear though, about tempo and ballistic, they are both good for tendon strengthening. However, the ballistic exercises focus on tendon strengthening specific to the demands of basketball gameplay. So let's have a look at these exercises that you can put into your plan to get stronger tendons. Today we have pro basketball player Rashawn Brown, and he's going to demonstrate for us the eccentric essentials exercises. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to first focus on the patellar tendon. This is called, the first one is pull-up step up. So what we're going to do here, we need to elevate his foot. He's going to put his heel, he's going to face that way. He's going to put his heel right on the plate. And what he's going to do is he's going to stick his left foot out, and he's going to tap his heel on the ground and come back up. The tempo here is going to be about 3 to 6 seconds on the way down. So now we have that eccentric control that we want to change the quality of the tendon. Now, not only are we changing the quality of the tendon, but we're also doing a little bit more of a focused strengthening plan or exercise for his vastus medialis, because the vastus medialis has the most tension and is most active in the first 30 degrees of knee flexion. Now, I forgot to say, this is going to be a progressive exercise list. So the first one is a beginner, the next one is going to be intermediate, and we start moving into more advanced exercises. So the lists are progressive. So the next one is going to be stop and drops. So we can start off with bilateral work, or we can go into unilateral work or just a single leg. We'll just do double to start. And what he's going to do from standing is he's going to drop down and he's going to catch himself. Okay, go ahead, just like that. It's that simple. And here we're advancing the exercise plan from the pull-up step up, more tempoed work, to more ballistic approach to it. Now let's just do a single leg. There we go, perfect. So the next exercise on the progressive list is going to be Pogo Jumps. Okay? Now we are advancing this exercise, so what Rashawn is going to do is have only about a quarter knee bend, but he's going to jump up as high as he can, but he's going to be reactive. He's going to pop, as soon as he lands, he's gone. Let's go ahead. Good. And relax. Good. So, Pogo Jumps, that's after the shock drops or the stop and drops. And to finally finish off the patellar tendon series, what we're going to do here is, or right here, he's going to do depth jumps. And this is more of an elite level patellar tendon strengthening exercise. What he's going to do is he's going to hop down or step down from the box, and then he's going to jump up as high as he can in a straight line up. Good. And let's do it again. We're looking at minimal ground contact time with this. Perfect. Good. One more. Good. As you can see, he's got great eccentric control. No issues with his tendon, but again, we got to make sure that you are progressing on the list and not just jumping right into something like this if you are new to eccentric training. Now, let's look at the Achilles tendon and what we can do to strengthen that. The first one on the list is going to be eccentric calf raises. So he's going to start on the up and he's going to slowly on the way down. Okay, good. Looking about a 3 to 6 count with this one here. And if you find that this is easy, obviously you can progress this to single leg work. Okay, but we won't do the single leg work here. Now, still staying on the platform, we're going to progress this exercise. So now what he's going to do is he's going to do shock drops from here. So just like what he did with his patellar tendon work, now he's doing this with his Achilles tendon. He starts on the top and he catches himself right at the end. Pop. There we go. Good. And he's going to do, just like that. And again, double leg, single leg. You can pick your poison with that. Perfect. So now what we're going to be doing is moving on to the next progression on the list, and now he's going to do ankle hops. So now we're going to see him slowly increasing the intensity of the exercise. So we are not asking him to get any knee involvement in this exercise. It's all coming from the ankles. So he's going to hop up quick. He's reactive. He's trying to get as high as he can, and he's trying to be as quick as he can, but solely using his ankles or his Achilles tendon, just like that. Perfect. And again, you can do single or you can do double leg if you want to progress that exercise even further. And lastly, what we're going to be doing here is going to be a reverse box jump. And what we mean by this here is that, or you can put your entire foot on there. He's going to start on the box instead of starting on the ground to jump onto the box. So he's going to hop down and he's going to jump back up onto the box without bending his knees. So we are solely trying to focus our attention on the Achilles tendon. So let's do that. He's going to be reactive. As soon as he lands, he's back on the box. He goes down, back on the box. Let's go about 5, Rashawn. Just like that. Perfect. Looks good. Yep. Good. So those are the eccentric essentials. Exercises that you can do at home to strengthen up your lower body tendons. Now, I would control the volume of doing these type of exercises if you're going to do them on a daily basis. Keep it on the lower end of things. If you are planning on having days of rest in between, then feel free to kick up the volume so then that way you have time for your tendons to recoup when the intensity is high.